Hi and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at some of the audio features in Davinci Resolve, especially for people who want to edit dashcam clips. A lot of people want to take out bad language or just general chit chat from their clips, but they don't know how to do it. Well, today we're going to be looking at some of the ways of doing it. So without any further ado, let's go straight into it on Davinci Resolve. I've already imported the media into my media pool. You need to see part 1 to understand what the media pool is if you don't already know. First thing I'm going to do is drag my clip down onto the timeline. There we go. Now you can have a listen to it and you'll hear all the sweary bits in it. As you can hear, there's quite a lot of bad language in that. Now there's several things we can do about it. The first one, which is the easiest and the simplest, is we can turn the volume down to nothing. This bar in the middle here is our volume line. All we do is we drag that down to the bottom and then we have silence. There we go. The other way we can deal with it, as you turn it back up again, is we can actually delete the whole of the audio clip. Now at the moment the video and the audio clips are linked together for editing, which means if I make a cut on the video clip it will act on the audio clip as well, and vice versa. So what we have to do is we have to separate the two clips. What we do is we right click, and where it says link clips here, if it's ticked it means the two clips are linked together. So we're going to unlink them by unticking that. That's now unlinked the clips. That means that I can work on just the audio clip without interfering with the video clip. So we make sure that just the audio clip is selected, right click and click cut. That has removed the audio clip completely. Now silence doesn't sound very good, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to put some music in instead. So I've got the music that I already imported earlier, and I'm just going to drag it down and drop it onto the audio track. There we go, I've dropped it onto my music. Now you'll notice it's longer than my video clip. That's easy to resolve. All we do is move the line to the end of my thing there, get the blade, make a quick cut on the audio clip and delete it. There we go, and my audio clip is now the same length as my video clip. Let's have a listen now, see how that sounds. May not be music of your taste, but it's certainly better than the swearing. So what we do is we move into another part of Resolve called Fairlight. I'm only going to briefly show you Fairlight for the purposes of doing this fade. I will cover Fairlight in much greater detail in a further tutorial. So we click Fairlight. Now what that's done is that's brought us into the audio editor. Up there you can see is our clip plus our two audio streams left and right. Now what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to make those a bit bigger, which you do with this slider here. That's it, that's about the size I want. Now I want a fade in of about 10 seconds at each end, so all you do is you grab the little white button and you pull it across to where you want, and I reckon about there for the fade out, fade in, and about there for the fade out. As you can see from the black and the white, it's showing you where everything is. The black is the silence, this is the noise, so if we play it we can hear it. And now we come to the fade out. That's it, we've faded it in and we've faded it out. We can now go back to our main edit screen. As you can see, it's showing here as a fade in and fade out on our edit screen. That's one thing that we can do. We can either remove the audio or we can replace the audio. What we can also do is we can bleep it out, which I'll show you now. Now we're back to our original clip. Now for this part of the operation what I like to do is I like to see it much larger, so I'm just going to move this so that I can see more of it in the timeline, and I'm just going to expand it a bit more, which is that way. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually replace the swearing with something else. Now before we do that, we're going to show you the sound library, which is up here. The first time you go into the sound library, it will ask you if you want to download sounds from the Fairlight sound library. I recommend you do that because there's a lot of sounds there that you'll find useful in the future. I've already done that. I also have my own local database of sounds on my machine, which I've already imported into the software. Again, this is something that I will cover at a later date in much greater detail, but for now what we're looking for is something to bleep the swearing out. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use something called a sensor bleep. So I happen to know it's called beep sensor, so I just type that in and search for it, and it's found several. And it looks like it's exactly the same tone but all different lengths, but we can have a quick listen to see what we want. Is it that one we want? Oh, I don't know. Is it this one we want? Is it this one we want? Or is it this one we want? As you can see, it's exactly the same tone but it's all different lengths, so we're going to go with that one, I think. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the part on the timeline where our bad language is. Now I think the first bad language is about here. Let me just listen to it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover that up so it starts just there. Remember that point, get your bleep and drag it to where you want to cover it up, which in this case is just here. Now let's have a listen to it. Now what that's done is that's actually put the bleep and the sound on the same track, so you can actually hear the bleep and the sound that's there as well. Now the way we completely cover the sound is we just drop the bleep onto the sound track at the point we want to bleep out. Now let's have a listen to it.
Are you fucking joking? That woman's right.
Now all we do is we do exactly the same, coming along to where all the bad language is, just cover it over.
That woman's right. Yeah. What a prick. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god!
There you go, that's all the bad language done. Just play that through again and you'll see how different it sounds.
There you go. Exactly. So if you were £200, you put... Ow! You're joking? That woman's right. Yeah. What a prick. Oh my god, she just fucking pulled over in front of me. Did you see that one?
There you go. That's how you either remove the audio or cover it up in Resolve. Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial. Please like and subscribe for more. Thank you. Goodbye. Hi and welcome to another Davinci Resolve tutorial. Today we're going to be discussing... I don't know what the fuck we're going to be discussing today because I've completely forgotten. Bollocks! Hi and welcome to another Davinci tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the audio features of Davinci Resolve, especially when it comes to editing dashcam clips and getting rid of unwanted audio such as swearing, etc. Why the fuck am I even scratching my head when I'm supposed to be doing this? Hi and welcome to another Davinci Resolve tutorial for people who want to edit dashcam clips. Today we're going to be discussing some of the... No, we're not going to be discussing it at all. What are you fucking on about?